Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. In this one, we'll see the Philadelphia 76ers against the Miami Heat. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Tobias Harris, since he was 10 years old, has spent the summer training with George the Iceman Gervin in San Antonio. Harris said, having him in my ear has helped my game and made me love the game even more. And Gervin says, I'm his coach as far as putting that ball in the hole. And he's a good student, too. Kevin?
David, that's one of my most favorite stories you've ever told from our sideline. Thank you for that. So the opening lineup for the Heat, Butler and Tucker up in the forward spots. Victor Oladipo is out there with Lowry, and it's Adebayo in at the center. And for the 76ers, we've got Matisse Thybulle, Maxey out there with Harden. Then it's P, and it's Embiid in at the 5 spot. And Greg, at this point in the year, if your system overall doesn't seem to be working, how much can you really change before the offseason?
Well, usually a system change would come with a coaching change, but sometimes it's not the system. And sometimes you just need a different voice. And keep in mind, you also have to evaluate that roster and find out if the players on that roster are a good match for the system.
Harden surveying the D, banked in off the glass.
Harden is one of the most lethal penetrators in the game and excels at finding lanes to the rim.
Lowry dishes to Butler. Poked loose. Pass to Adebayo. That shot, no good. Good D by Embiid. And the 76ers with possession. And that one is stuffed right through.
You know, as a distributor and dime dropper, Harden has really got a nice eye for how to get teammates shots and does a really good job setting up a shooter.
And Harden really looks like he's been having fun out there.
I would agree with that, Kevin, and he says he's the same way off the court, too. I don't know him off the court, but he says he loves meeting new people. I don't have any trouble believing that. He enjoys engaging with kids, and certainly the bright tennis shoes are part of everybody's NBA attire now, but he wears it as an expression of his personality.
And the 76ers with possession. Keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Absolutely, especially on the road when you need those guys off the bench to up the ante.
And the shot goes in from Embiid.
Well, you know, that's the kind of competitive spirit Embiid plays with. I mean, if you knock one down on him, he's looking for you the next trip down.
Now, here's Oladipo. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Over Harden. And the shot no good, a bit short.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
Maxey passes to Pete to the inside. Here's Embiid up and in on the layup. Embiid's got 5.
And early on, they looked great. They made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Lowry kicks to Butler. Inside. Here's Adebayo. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And inside is where Bam is at his best. He knows how to outwork the other guys in the paint.
Embiid, the pass to Maxey. Here's P. No good from outside. The Heat trail by 4. Here's Lowry. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
You got to give it up for Lowry's toughness. He's got that scorer's mentality. Some contact won't stop him from converting.
Now, here is Harden. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. The pass to Embiid. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. No good from P. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's Lowry, and the rejection by Harden. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Harris is checked in for Philadelphia. Shake Milton comes in for Maxey. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Passes to Strus. The shot. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Embiid, no good. Miami trailer. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. On the wing. And it's Strus missing. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's P. Another shot. And Embiid lays it in. Embiid's got 7 points.
Embiid right there to get the rebound and put it right back up. Excellent anticipation.
Hero passes to Lowry. Back to Hero. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Strus missing.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
And the Heat making a change here. Dedmon's checked in. Completely new group here for Philadelphia. .153 left in the first half of basketball. Harden the pass to Embiid. Good. Guarded by Tucker. Shot from 6. And Embiid finishes inside. Embiid's got the lead up to 14 now for the 76ers. Last season, Embiid posted career highs as a scorer. And, Greg, he did it with unbelievable efficiency.
And how about hovering around that coveted 50-40-90 club? What's amazing is how comfortable he looks. The defense is never able to speed him up.
Matisse Thybulle's out there with P. Then it's Harden. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Maxey in at the guard position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, P in the last game against the Grizzlies really contributed. He finished with 14 points and a couple of boards as well. It was a great combination for a guy who's considered to be more of a role player for this team. We'll see what he can bring to the table tonight, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. The aggressiveness, Greg, he showed the other night. We'll see if he can match that intensity here.
I'm a believer. I think he can produce at the same level tonight.
You know, I'm curious, guys, to see whether the defense plays him straight up, plays him honestly, or do they deny him, trap him, whatever they can do to force the ball out of his hands. We'll see.
Shot clock at 3, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. The Heat trail by 14. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Outside Butler. Oladipo, the pass to Butler. Embiid against Adebayo. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Thibault. Now Embiid from deep three-point range. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Right back after this break. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Adebayo is the pivot with Tucker playing the 4. Lowry out there with Oladipo. And it's Butler in at the 3. And in 2021, we saw Tim Duncan enter the Hall of Fame with others. You think of his iconic bank shot. And Clark, why don't more players, you think, perfect that shot?
Well, you know what? Shots that are that iconic are really hard to master. So I think some legends have just perfected something that few others can master in the same way. That's part of it. And then the other part of it is that the game is so different now. It's a three-point shooting game. You don't necessarily need a signature shot. If you can shoot it from deep and drive it, then you can play in today's NBA.
And Philadelphia has possession. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. Here's Lowry. He's got 5. Right side, Butler. The kick out to Oladipo. No good with the triple. Philadelphia leading by 16.
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone more confident than Embiid.
He's got plenty of confidence, and he's a funny guy, too. Extremely entertaining. He said, the mindset I get when I'm on the floor is that I'm the best player in the gym. And much of the time, he ain't wrong.
Timeout called, the Heat. And Greg, you faced some exceptional point guards during your time in the league. But who is the toughest matchup for you when you play?
Oh, man. You know, John Stockton was always one of the most difficult, but in a weird way, not because I worried about him scoring on me. It was because I had to defend his ability to make people better, and that was always a challenge. Don't forget about the great Penny Hardaway. I mean, at 6'8", that was a nightmare to deal with. And my personal all-time favorite, Isaiah Thomas, who was as good as anybody's ever been at that lead guard position.
The 76ers will go for a different look here. Harris is checked in for P. Korkmaz comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Green, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Shake Milton in for Maxey. Here's Strus. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Lowry. Dedmon trying to break free. And the basket by Lowry.
Oh, nice drive by Lowry, cutting the defense to pieces and then getting himself open for a look.
Now, here's Milton. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And misses it. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. P, he's checked in for Embiid. George Niang comes in for Korkmaz. James Harden, he's checked in for Green. And Maxey's subbed in for Shake Milton. Adebayo is checked in for Miami. Butler comes in for Kyle Lowry. To the paint, here's P. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. And that's now 6 points for P. The Heat trail by 13. Hero passes to Strus. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Adebayo down low. Harris is there. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You see the offense coming around for Adebayo. Entered the league with raw skills, but he's had the benefit of great coaching. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
The first one falls, and the Heat making a change here. Both free throws good from P. And so it's Philadelphia looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Head coach Eric Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Let's get this next bucket. We got to put together a string right now. It's all right here in the head. It's right here in the head. Stay connected.
Greg urging his team to go on a run here.
I mean, they have what it takes, and Coach Spo right now just trying to spark a fire in his group.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. He out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Maxey. Then it's Harden, and it's Niang in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Maxey passes to P. To the wing on the left. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Butler. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Butler's leadership the last few years has really been admirable. I mean, the guy simply wants to win, and he's willing to pay the price to do so.
The free throw drops for Butler.
And really, hard to find more intense players than Jimmy Butler. This guy is 100% focused on winning at all times. One of the ultimate competitors in our league.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Embiid's checked in. The shot's good from P.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
And Miami has possession. 11-point game. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Here's Tucker. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Tucker's got his first 2 points.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And with Butler and his intensity, Greg, it's a perfect fit for him in Miami.
And yeah, it can rub some players the wrong way, but it goes hand in hand with the culture here. Hard to imagine Butler on a team other than Miami.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Ball's knocked loose. Here's Thybulle. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And the 76ers lead by 13. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Philadelphia.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
Now, here's Thybulle. Following the miss by Bam Adebayo.
You know, every year Embiid seems to kick his scoring up just a notch. I think he realizes how dominant he can be.
Timeout called, the Heat. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
He's checked in for Miami. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Eric Spoelstra had some words for his team. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively. He said, make the easy play. Take care of the ball. We can't afford to just give away golden opportunities. And we'll see if they can clean it up, guys.
Thank you, David. Pardon the pass to Pete. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Now, here's Lowry. He's tightly guarded. Butler on the wing. Outside Lowry. 6 to shoot. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Outside Butler. Outside Lowry. Well, Greg, for those of us who have never played in the league, what's it like traveling all over the country over the course of a long regular season?
Come on, Kevin. I bet you had a nice J back in the day. But seriously, it's a whirlwind tour, man. Sometimes you don't even know what city you wake up in. And I can tell you there have been many times where I'm going back to the front desk complaining because my key didn't work, and only to find out I was using the wrong key. And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the 76ers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
We know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was
for Joel Embiid.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here is Cook. Over Embiid. They get the rebound. Here's Morris, and they convert it last on attempt number 3.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Here's Springer. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were